Hello. Our brain sends us different messages or different signals, and it waits to our response, to see our response. They are different signals, but we classify them in two categories. The first category is the real signal that we should respond to, we should react to. And the second category is the false or fake signal or noise. This signal we should not react to, we should not respond to, or simply we should neglect them. We should know that because we want to put a label on it. So we should know which is the real signal and which is the false signal. In this, in our context, the false signal or the noise is the OCD signals or the obsession signals, or the obsessions, simply the obsessions. And the obsessions can be thoughts or sensations or feelings. So we want to put a label in the beginning of the obsession or in the beginning of the attack of OCD. We want to put a label. We want to respond to our brain because our brain sends us different messages, and it waits to see our response. If it sends us a fake signal, a signal that it looks like a lion, but in fact it is an image of a lion. So there is no lion in front of us, so that we should escape or fight or flight response should be activated. So from the beginning of the entrance of the signal to our consciousness, we should label this. We should know, is this a real signal or a false signal? Is this a signal or a noise? So we should know that. It is very important. Why? Because if we do not label this signal as a noise, then we should respond to. If we say that this image of lion, of a train, of something that we are afraid of, if this is true, then we should respond. We should fight or flight or freeze response. We should do something about it. But if we label it as fake, false signal, it is a noise we should not respond to, then we will be less tempted to respond to this image. We will and this will be monitored by our brain. So our brain sends us a message. If we respond to this message, he will send it again. He will send us a message of, in OCD, it is about fear, because OCD obsessions attack us in our values, higher values. So it is always danger. It is always fear. So if you respond to the signal of the brain as a real signal, it is a real fear, a real lion, a real image of fear. So if you respond like that, then your brain will say, okay, so this signal was real and was good and it was beneficial, so resend it in a situations that look like this situation when it has sent the false signal. So it is very important to know and to label, because knowing is mindfulness. So now this is why some people say, oh, is mindfulness judgmental or not judgmental? Mindfulness in observing, in seeing, it is non-judgmental. But when you want to label, then this is doing. Doing is not seeing or not noticing or not observing. So this should be judgmental. You should choose something, you should value something, you should judge something, then you do that. So we label that, we label it as OCD. Okay, so it is very important, this step is very important, that we label in the beginning when the obsession enters our consciousness. Okay, our problem with OCD is the automatism. So the obsessions, thoughts, feelings, sensations, the obsessions are automatic. Our response or rituals to this obsession is also automatic. So it is a problem of automatism. Obsessions and the responses are very automatic and out of our mindfulness awareness. You think that you are aware or mindful of your obsessions because you feel the fear, you feel the pain, you feel that it is real. But in fact, you are focused. You are not in mindful awareness. You are focused, you are engrossed in the details, in the story of the obsessions. This is why you feel it so real, because you are totally fused, like in ACT, or merged, or melted with the obsession. This automatism, this is why we use mindfulness, because mindfulness, we want to bring awareness in this loop, in this feedback loop. We want to bring awareness to that. Every obsession and also the response is a habit, mechanical, and we want to bring mindfulness so that we become aware of the obsessions, but also we become aware of our automatic response to the obsession. Also, mindfulness make the distance between our real identity and the obsession bigger and bigger.